Hi, folks. Sorry, the broadcast this morning, something else today. Anyway, hopefully normal service will resume tomorrow. But I'm on for a reason today, this afternoon. I've been watching the social media, the mainstream media's reaction to the First Minister's interview with Laura Kuenssberg. And I've found that absolutely astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. They took everything out of context and didn't take into consideration the way the questions were being asked. It's been a feat of propaganda today, actually. It's pure quality journalism. It is pure propaganda. And then, of course, we'll get the idiot down that road saying it was dangerous language. It wasn't dangerous at all if they'd have bothered to keep it in context. The context was she said she was keen to work with Liz Truss, but Liz Truss hasn't contacted her. She then went on to say she detests the Tories and all they stand for. I detest the Tories and all they stand for, but she said the Tories. The Pravda and the right-wing Oni Rags took out the bit, which labelled that administration, and they've taken it to mean some Tory people or Tory voters. That's propaganda. That's how it works, folks. That's why I want to point it out. The First Minister said that she was keen to work with, that she'd had a previous relationship with Cameron, she had a previous relationship with May, she even managed to work somehow with Boris Johnson. And then went on to say she detests the Tories and all they stand for, meaning that particular administration and their policies. But that is not how it's being played out. She's been doorstepped at the Scottish National Party conference by one lazy, poor quality journalist, if you can call them journalists, after another, trying to make out that she hates all the Tory voters, the whole 160,000 party members as well. So beware. The Blue Winds Brigade are getting on trains for doing that road to come up and berate us all. Mental. That's how propaganda works, folks. You just take something out of context and spin it. Didn't they think they could get much lower than the press here in Scotland or across these islands? But I have to say, today has been a wonder to behold. It's as low as it gets. But the notion that the First Minister, who's the same age as me roughly, detests the Tories and all they stand for. No. We all detest the Tories and what they stand for. It's a national sport in Scotland. People in Scotland are that ashamed to be Tories, they don't tell you they're Tories. Except for the few that come to the fore. And if we look at the quality of them, they're generally detestable. Everything they stand for. Dross, Murdo the bigot, car crash the art thief, wee Ruthie the sellout. They have no principles, no morals, nothing. They are detestable. And anybody that believes in their philosophies, generally detestable people as well. So, it's been a wonder to behold today, to see the poor quality journalism as they call it, come to the fore. Took the remarks right out of context and used it for cheap point scoring. It might work in England. It doesn't work here. Here, hating the Tories or detesting the Tories, whatever you want to call it, is a national sport. The Tories are an afterthought and have been since 1955. Labour, by association, is becoming an afterthought and all. Because let's face it, they're just two cheeks of the same arse. But this carry on the day and the hoo-ha, because the First Minister said something that 90% of Scots would say, is a wonder to behold. But to see how they have edited it, what was actually said, honed in, and that one wee phrase, and tried to demonise the First Minister with it. Wow, what a wonder to behold. Anyway, that's my rant about it today, folks. Just to let you know how the propaganda works. That's why I like pointing out how the propaganda works. But anybody that watched the Koonsberg interview will have known that this has been taken out of context. We've known that the Tories have been taken out. That word being the word that pointed to the current administration. Although, I have to say, in Scotland generally, it's the philosophy. Even on independence marches, there's, banners that say Tories out and worse. So here in Scotland, detesting the Tories and all they stand for is a national sport. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, where I'll probably talk a wee bit more about this. But I have to say, it's been a wonder to behold. That's propaganda for you folks. Take things out of context, spin it, and try and enrage a certain population, certainly certain caste of the population, and certainly against caste of the population. Divide and conquer. So let me make it clear. Andy Tuck Davey detests the Tories and all they stand for. That doesn't mean individual Tory voters, although obviously they believe in Tory policy and philosophy. They're probably no nice people anyway. And if we look at the quality of the Tory along there in Holyrood, never mind what's in Westminster, there is much to be detested. And I mean detested. See you tomorrow. Share this around. People need to know how propaganda works.